right, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about the place value system. And I know that you guys have talked about that in the past, but we're going to dig a little bit deeper today, and we're going to try to get an understanding of what each place value spot means, what it represents, and how that's going to help us down the road as we work with other numbers. This is going to be an important foundation as you guys move forward in math and start doing more calculations. It's going to be really helpful to know this. So you guys are already familiar with this, but we always start with our decimal point. It's like our starting point with numbers. And then if I move my way to the left through the place value system, numbers are getting bigger. And that's where we're going to focus this week. Down the road, we're going to start talking about numbers to the right of the decimal, and that means numbers are getting smaller. Okay, but for today, we're going to focus going this way. So we start, and you guys know this, you could say it with me, we've got the ones place value, the tens, hundreds, we have a comma here, then thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, comma, and then millions, and it continues. The place value system, remember, these numbers go on forever and ever, and it never stops. We can have some really, really big numbers. Okay, so let's talk about what these place values mean. So how many of you have heard about a base 10 system? We've talked about that. But let's think about what are some math thoughts that you might have when I say a base 10 system. Does it make you have any predictions or thoughts? Let's talk about that. Okay, so base 10 simply means that every time I move a place value, it's 10 times bigger. So the ones place value is kind of like my first one. Of course, it's just representing 1. But if I were to move to the tens place value, it's 10 times bigger than a 1. And then again, if I were to go to the hundreds place value, it's 10 times bigger than the tens place. Think about this. What's 10 times 10? It's 100, right? Okay, and then if I were to keep going, 1,000 is 10 times bigger than 100. Okay, so 10 times. I can keep multiplying that way. So think back. We did an entry in our interactive math journals recently, and we were talking about the place value system, and you guys made little pockets, and we practiced building numbers and reading numbers. Now I want us to start thinking about what those numbers are representing, the actual value. Okay, so I'm going to kind of plug in a number. I'm going to say 6 million. Notice I'm putting the 6 in the millions place value here. 6,543,000. Let's see, 987. Okay, so there's my number. Notice I have commas every third number. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, so let's think about the value of these. So the 7 is in the ones place. Think about those base 10 rods in the base 10 system. That means I have 7 ones. And now here's where we have to start thinking deeper. This 8 is not just an 8. It's really 8 tens. So you could think 8 times 10 is 80. Okay, so this 8 really represents 80. And then this 9 is not just a 9, it's in the hundreds place. So this 9, we could say 9 times 100 is 900. So this 9 represents 900. And we could keep going. So 3 times 1,000 is 3,000. It's not just a 3, it's 3,000. Okay? So I want you guys to write this number down, and we're going to do some work with this. I'm going to ask you to talk with a partner. Okay, we're going to do some think, pair, share. And I want you guys to discuss some of these place values. So ask your partner, what does the 4 represent? Okay, but I'm going to be walking around and I'm going to be listening for math talk, because just saying, oh, that 4 represents, let's say your partner said 4,000. That's not enough of an answer. You need to back it up with some math talk and explain why you think that number is 4,000. By the way, if your partner says this is 4,000, are they right? Okay, why are they wrong? We would want to talk about that. So I'm going to be listening for that good conversation going on between you and your partner. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to quiz each other and have some good discussion, and I'll be walking around if you have questions. All right?